Good evening, ballers. Welcome to the 21st episode of A Step Back. Here's your host, Leon Tompkins, my main man, Jacob Moses, and here for our, we'll call this the Kevin Garnett big ticket episode. We got ourselves a big ticket tonight. Our special guest, longtime Life Group member, Carrie Osborne, Queen of the Court. Carrie. How you guys doing this evening?
I am
good. How are you?
I feel great. You know, it's just we've been celebrating in the group of WNBA week, Women in the Game, and ever since we made the announcement and you commented that you played ball, I was shocked and amazed, and I was praying to God you would accept our invitation, and I'm glad you did.
Right.
Well, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I was kind of shocked when I got Jacob's message. I was like, me? Why me? But I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is a great honor, and thank you again for spending your time with us this evening
My pleasure.
As we celebrate startup of the WNBA and Women in the Game, and because we've been out here trying to promote and engage our members in the WNBA action, because these women are phenomenal. Former player yourself, have you watched many of the games or followed?
Right after high school, I kept up with Diana. I want to know what my friend's doing. So I kept up with her career in Connecticut through college, through their championships, and then watched her go to the Mercury and kept up with the Mercury for a long time. Admittedly, I don't keep up with sports as much as I have in the past. I don't have the free time anymore. When I was bartending and working in a sports bar, it was easy because I had it on all the time. It was on all the TVs, so it was easy to keep up. I don't as much anymore, but I do still if I catch a WNBA game on, if I can find one on, I'm absolutely going to turn on and watch it, because it's not to put down men's basketball, but like any men's professional sport, it's about money. It's about getting your name out there. Yeah, it's about the sport, but women have to work so much harder and prove their athleticism so much more than men do. So to watch them get out there, and I have no doubt in my mind that 3/4 of those women could put some of those men to shame on a court. So, I mean,
Agreed.
Diana was called the Michael Jordan of girls' high school basketball when we played. It doesn't get much better than that.
And some can make the argument that she's the greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I would absolutely make that argument, not just because she's one hell of a player, but because she's just an amazing person all around.
Mm-hmm.
No, I love it. There's been a lot of news as well in the league. We're going to start off here with Jacob. So we left off. The Knicks hired Tom Thibodeau. Right after we left, it was one of your main guys. I think you have him 2 on the list. What's your thoughts on Thibodeau?
I like it. Knicks need some kind of toughness. I mean, I'll take half of the WNBA players on the Knicks squad right now. I mean, they play harder than them. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's definitely, I love the hire. I've been a big fan of him for a long time. I wanted him to have the job, I mean, probably since we were at least in high school, back in 2004. See, that's crazy. A long time ago. But yeah, I definitely, he brings toughness. He brings a culture to the team. Like, you know what you're going to get. I understand he gets the rap of, he runs his players into the ground, blah, blah, blah. But listen, you got to teach these kids toughness. You just can't, it's okay. Practice hard. You play hard and you get places. God forbid they get hurt. That's a part of the game, AKA Derrick Rose. But look at him now. He's coming back around. Still had a productive career. But like I said, it starts with culture. And I think if Thibodeau, if they give him the 5 years, you'll see a change in about, I'm thinking 2 maybe, with the right draft picks. But all in all, I like it. It was either him or Kenny, and I'll take Tibbs all day.
Yeah, I just see RJ's knees just giving out after 2 years because he's going to run them into the ground.
Yeah,
but
here we go.
They need that structure. It took the Knicks a while. They went to about 5 people about 3 times, but they finally got around to a hire. Hopefully, it's the start of an upswing in New York because when the Knicks are good, the NBA is good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Other news. We have the NBA with the restart tomorrow, but what we've seen in other leagues, MLB, with the piped-in crowd noise throughout the stadiums, and what you feeling on a piped-in crowd noise in baseball?
Straight
I hate it.
Trash.
It's garbage.
Oh man.
There is no imitating true crowd noise. You cannot duplicate that, no matter how hard you try.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's just, come on. Stuff from the crowd noise from the show. Like, really? Like, you don't think we played that enough to actually know what that sounds like? They hit the ball and it's just off. You're going, all right. Into the Mets and Red Sox game. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, no, I can't. No. Let it play the music or something. I don't know what you got about low music. You got to call strikes or whatever, but stop with the crowd noise. It doesn't work.
We'd be better off with the fake crowd noise from a video game than what they're piping in right now.
Oh my God, it's terrible. It is.
Facts. So to the NBA's credit, they have a video board set up across the around the court, and what they're going to do is have a Zoom conference where fans can interact with the players, and it's actual crowd noise.
Yeah.
As well as a screen set aside for the family members. So they're able to watch the game and interact with the crowd and interact with the players while the game is going on. So it's a compromise, but it's definitely better than what the MLB is pulling out.
No, it's got to be. I don't think anything else is that bad.
I like it being interactive, getting everybody involved into it. Then, it's like you're watching the game, but you're in the comfort of your own home. So, it's pretty cool. And then just like you're there, you get to yell, do what you got to do, especially interact with players. That's sick. Like they can look back, you say something to you, say something back. I think that's pretty cool. I like it.
I think it's awesome. It's a great way to utilize technology. If we're going to have it, may as well use it the right way.
Exactly.
Yeah, to have the players like hype up the crowd and the crowd sees it, and then they feed off of that. And I mean, I think it's amazing. I'm surprised like MLB doesn't use the scoreboard for like Zoom conferencing, but they're always a step behind.
Yep. Well, they can't pull their head out of their ass and figure anything else out, so I don't expect them to figure that out either.
Nothing but truth.
Tomorrow also.
It's like the blind leading the blind.
Yo.
Or the deaf leading the deaf in my case.
Oh shit.
What'd you say?
Yes.
Come again?
What? Huh?
Huh? What?
Oh, what?
Okay. That's good.
Oh man.
NBA restart kicking off tomorrow with the Pelicans and Jazz, and the Lakers and the Clippers return to King versus what's left of the Clippers squad.
Maybe the last season the Clippers play in the Staples Center too. This year or next year. They're working on building them a new stadium right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's about time for them.
Yeah, they need
I
their own.
agree with you.
They can't. They're just
There's enough going on at the Staples Center. Give them their own home.
Exactly.
I think they've earned it.
They're like dwellers in the basement, where you can't. It's so bad. Like, I feel bad for them because just you can't cover anything up. Like, you try to have a home game, and then you just look at all the banners. You're like, damn, none of these are ours. Like, this sucks. Like,
I mean, even the forum would be better. It's not that it's big enough, but something.
Yeah, but still, yeah.
They're not some second-rate team anymore. They deserve their own place to play. They deserve a home of their own.
I agree.
Yes, just like Brooklyn, they deserve a home of their own.
Yeah. Back in New Jersey.
Don't get me started on the Rams and the Chargers thing. Don't get me started on that. That's a whole other ball game.
Oh yeah, we was gonna have a crossover on that one. So, what do you think about that? Oh man.
I live too close to all of this mess.
That traffic has to be terrible.
Oh God.
Yeah. When it takes 2 hours to go 60 miles, it's bad.
Oh shit. Nah.
It's bad. Hey, I will tell you that's one benefit of COVID. I don't have traffic anymore.
There you go.
There's no traffic. It takes me, when I go down to LA, when I'm in LA, I'm there once or twice a week. It only takes me about an hour. It's not bad.
There you
not
go.
bad. I can deal. So.
Not bad.
Nah.
It's one of the places I want to visit.
I'll
get that.
I'll tell you, I was born and raised here. I was born and raised an hour and a half outside of LA. And it wasn't until this past Christmas that I finally went to Hollywood.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Finally went and saw the Man's Chinese Theater. Finally went and saw the Walk of Fame. I'd never been down there. So you guys come out to Cali. Let me know ahead of time. I'll take some time off and we'll go do some tourist stuff. And that's open for anybody that comes out here.
We're going to take you up on that.
I known Henry was coming out here a few months ago. I would have made more time, but I didn't know till he was already out here. Punk.
See what you did, Henry? See?
Never get.
But yeah, there's a lot to do out here, and LA is cool. There's a lot to do in LA, but there's a lot of really fun stuff to do outside of LA.
Absolutely.
It's a good place.
Yeah, I definitely got to make another visit out there.
Yes, you guys do. You need to come out.
It's kind of like me in Cooperstown. I'm like a baseball nut, and I've never been to Cooperstown, and I live like an hour away from it.
I've been to Cooperstown. How have you never been there?
I never took the time to go. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm going.
My cousin played there, so I had to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But yes,
it's everywhere for you.
Offers open to anybody that wants to come out and visit. I'll come hang.
Brett.
Bring the kids. I got the boy. Bring the kids. We'll have some
There you
fun.
go. Him and Blake, I have a ball.
Right? Oh man, they'd have a blast.
Right. I could leave him out there too.
Blast. Definitely.
I'm kidding.
I mean, you gotta go to Disneyland.
Don't go to Disneyland.
Oh,
Yeah,
Don't go to Disneyland. Disneyland's closed. Still.
really?
Downtown Disney is open.
Yeah.
But Disneyland is closed. Disney World is open.
Damn.
But they were planning on opening up this month, but that didn't happen. Not in LA.
Nah. Stay that ass closed.
Please. They've got downtown Disney open, and apparently there's been some issues with that. I don't know. I just stay away anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It's Orange County.
Serious.
I'm definitely not going to Orange County. That's where all the anti-mask protesters are at.
Oh, geez. Oh.
Yeah. I stay away.
Blame you. I don't blame you. But like you said, though, put the scrubs on. Everybody get out of your way. Put the scrubs on. Walk.
Man, let me tell you. That was the best thing ever. So scrubs are a new thing for us. We haven't always been allowed to wear them. It's always been business casual. But now, when things were really bad, we had to carry letters with us saying that we're essential employees, where we're working, where my office is, so that if I'm caught driving. So they allowed us to start wearing scrubs because it made more sense.
Yeah.
Well, then they tried to take that back and everybody went, no. Coming to work in scrubs is like coming to work in my pajamas. It's the best thing ever. But I do. I stopped and ran some errands. I went to the grocery store and I had to go get pet food.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, it was like Moses parting the seas. Like people just move, they see you in scrubs and they're like,
Like, oh shit, hell no.
Who knows what she's got?
She's on that COVID.
Right. I'm not gonna correct them.
See everybody see them staring. Give them
I'm not gonna.
Give them a little cough.
Oh my God. I did that the other day. I choked on my own spit in the grocery store and started coughing. Ooh.
Everybody stop. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll walk in the hall or something and one of the workers will go by and they'll cough. I'll stop what I'm doing. I'll be reading papers and I'll go, you okay? You good? All right.
But you know, there's a difference between a chesty cough and a, oh shit, I'm choking on something.
Yeah.
Cough. Yeah. But I'm the same person that trips over my own feet. So this is why I don't ball anymore. The older I get, the clumsier I get.
Jesus.
So it's like,
anyways,
it's like taking a look at the Clippers, and you know, I can't help but get to Lou Williams and his hot wings.
I have some comments on this one.
Now, I don't have an issue with him going for the hot wings because you go for the food, you stay for the entertainment. The problem I have is the dude who shot the selfie of himself snitching on Lou Will. Nobody went after him.
But you should know better. Like, come on, don't put yourself in that predicament, man. Like that, dude. Like, what? I don't know. I think he stopped to talk or something. Get your food and get the hell out of here. Like, wear a hoodie.
No. Stop. All right. No, he was wearing a hoodie, but the thing is, you know you're going in there for the wings are good.
Yeah, but wings.
You're staying for the entertainment. You know, wing to the left, ass to the right. There's a game in the middle.
But still, like, go in the freaking like the private room or something. Like, get your ass out of sight. Like, that's me thinking about. I'm like, all right, you get my ass out of sight, get wings, whatever you got to do. He probably was chilling. And, getting the wings. Yeah, somebody called him. Oh shit. And then, but if you were just going for wings though, have your family members pick it up. Why not? If somebody you know, come on now. These players got connections everywhere. Oh, yeah, you pick these wings up or something like that. Sometimes you just got to be quick thinking. Like, you can't. I don't know.
Don't tell me they don't know what Shipt is. They don't know what Postmates is. They don't know what Grubhub is.
Oh, come on. They know. Come on. I would have been like,
that's what I'm saying. They know what this shit is.
Yeah, like, come on. You just put yourself in a bad predicament. I mean, hey.
So wait a minute. You mean to tell me you're blaming Lou Will for this?
Hell yeah, it's his fucking fault. Hell out of here. No, come on now.
My man stopped for some food.
He ain't stopping no food. The hell out of here. That was part of it.
We know that, but I mean, if you're there for the food, you might as well,
You're there.
Yeah, I get. He wants to see some drop down and get your jingle on. Drop down, get your jingle on, girl. I mean, I definitely want. Hey.
Old Town
wings and breasts. I mean,
there you go. Breast, thighs. I mean, what?
I mean, you're gonna get the whole chicken if you're gonna go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Fair enough. Lou Will, we salute you, dumbass.
Nah, man. My blame goes to the no-name rapper looking for some clout. Name drop Lou Will in the club. Everybody knows you don't go on the phone in there, but that's another story.
Mm-hmm. Damn shame.
Really, really a shame.
Can't enjoy hot wings without getting in trouble.
Carrie, we're focusing this week on the women in the game, and you say you play. Well, never mind. how do you begin to play basketball?
That's a good one. I actually started playing in junior high. I had a new neighbor that moved in, and he grew up in Watts. He grew up in South Central LA, and basketball was his thing. And he's still, to this day, he still lives across the street from my dad. And to this day, I know when basketball season is because I can hear Chris in his house, you know? And he came over. I was the only one in the neighborhood with a basketball hoop in my driveway. And so the kids, the guys would all come over to shoot hoops. And so I would just go out and start shooting with them. It started probably 5th or 6th grade. And by the time I hit junior high, I decided to try out for the team, made the team, played against Diana in both 7th and 8th grade. We went to different junior highs, so we played against her. I remember dreading the games against her because not only was it her, but that they also had their center. Her name was Crystal Baird, and we went to high school together. By the time she was in 7th grade, she was 6 feet tall. Oh. So we got Diana and we got the freaking Jolly Green Giant on the same team, you know, and I love her dearly, but that's what it was. So we played there, and then high school, I switched high schools. I ended up going to a high school I wasn't zoned for other reasons, but had the opportunity to play with Diana. And I debated back and forth, am I going to play? Am I going to try out? Am I not? I figured at that point, what else do I have to lose? So I tried out for the team. I started out on JV, ended up moving up to varsity. I played with Diana for 2 seasons, and then I quit playing. So.
Carrie had game, huh?
Yeah. You probably put me on a court now, and you would never know that I had ever played.
Yeah, she said that shit now. Yeah, you say that now, so you cross somebody. She'll come out with a.
Hey, I can toss some mean elbows. Don't get me wrong.
She's throwing bold. All right. Okay.
What position did you play?
Usually forward. I let the tall. I'm almost 5'8", so I'm not short, but. When you're playing girls' high school basketball, you find the tall girls and you let them. We had Crystal. Crystal was 6'2" by the time we were in high school. So she was our center. I didn't have to worry about it anymore.
I heard you.
But I will tell you, free throws were my jam. Anytime, end of practice, coach would always say, pick someone. If they can make 3 out of 3, you guys can go. If you can't make them, you're running 10 laps and then you can go. And every single time I was the one they called up, and every single time sunk all 3 and we got to go home. He stopped doing that after a while.
He caught on?
He caught on, yeah.
Where y'all want to go? Carrie. Wait a minute. Oh, hell no. Pick somebody else.
Yeah,
No.
He wouldn't let me do it after a while. But it was good. Playing with Diana was amazing. She's good people. She's probably one of the most genuine human beings I have ever met in my entire life. She's a beast on and off the court. You know, high school, a lot of people, it would go to their heads. Starting in, our freshman year of high school, like I said, they compared her to Michael Jordan. That kind of attention will go to somebody's head, but it didn't with her. She was humble. She would say hi to everybody. She wasn't better than anybody. She'd come home to visit even once she started playing in the WNBA, and her friends are her friends, and that's it. That's awesome. I'm honored to have had the opportunity to play with her and to become friends with her.
I love that story.
It's my GOAT right there.
GOAT.
I know. And to me, and I see that, and to me, I'm like, but it's just D. That's just D. That's just how she is. But I get it. The story I told you, in the group about St. Lucy's when we lost by the skin of our nose, and we played our hearts out. We gave it everything we had. And for her to, everybody else on the JV team that was on the bus, when we got all, they went, shh, and they were all real quiet. They were afraid that, and she gets on the bus and she's like, what the hell? Why aren't you guys cheering? We just played the best game we've ever played. What is wrong with you guys? She was the motivation. She was she kept everybody else pumped up and ready to go. You know, and she carries that through now. She's always on the sidelines cheering her team on, getting out there. You know, she's good people. That's all I can say about her. She's good people.
Oh yeah.
What was your greatest memory playing?
I had a lot of them. We had a lot of fun tournaments. You know, Christmas break, we'd spend the whole break together playing tournaments. But I think, and I'm pretty sure we were playing St. Lucy's again. We were at home. And I was telling Leon this story earlier. It was halftime. Buzzer sounded. Dee's on the opposite end of the court from where our goal was. And she just lobs it up. And that son of a bitch went in. From the other end of the court. Not trying, just throws it up. But the whole gym went silent. Nobody could believe it. And then everybody just went hysterical. Even the other team and the other team parents came flying off the bench and out of the stands to come around her. I mean, and she just kind of like, cool, it went in.
No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
I do.
No big deal. See, nothing was a big deal to her. She just kind of took it all in stride. You know, it doesn't surprise me at all that she helped lead Connecticut to 4 consecutive championships. It doesn't surprise me that she's one of the best players in women's, and I'm not even saying women's basketball, in basketball, period.
Period. Oh yeah.
Period. End of discussion. But
cold-blooded.
She's never forgotten where she came from. Ever. And she didn't always play basketball. She didn't start playing basketball until probably, I think she said like 4th or 5th grade. She tried other things. She had her older sister played basketball, you know, and softball. But they're just, I would love to see her again. I haven't seen her in a few years since she got married and had a baby, and you know, life happens. But when my mom passed away, it was kind of a surprise. We actually received flowers from her family. So her mom was the type of woman that we'd run into her in the grocery store 10 years after we graduated, and we'd sit and have a 20, 30-minute conversation, just catching up. You know, just the best people you could ever know.
You know, and you mentioned her mom, and it sounds like it starts at home, and it just translates through and through, because it's a strong base at home. So everything you're saying sounds correct. And when you've seen on the court with the support of her teammates, it's definitely genuine.
It's definitely genuine. She doesn't have to put on a fake face or a fake show. You know, she is who she is. And if you don't like her, she doesn't give a shit, because she knows there's plenty of people out there who love her for who she is. You know, but she's just, I'm grateful to have her as a friend. I really am.
Oh, believe me, she'll get this message, because once it goes on YouTube, we'll
I'll tag her in it.
We're trying right now.
I'll send her the link.
Every high school athlete remembers their numbers. What did you average in high school?
My numbers weren't great. I didn't play all the time, but I averaged about 14 points a game. 14 points a game, usually about 3 or 4 rebounds. Not great, but
not
I'm not Diana.
I mean, you know, middle of the pack. Hey, 14, I'll take that all day. What? I mean, you getting the ball.
We had a good team. Everybody on our team put up numbers because we were a team. It wasn't Diana and then 4 other people on the court. It was a team. She had no problem giving up the ball, you know, and she wanted to see other people make numbers. Of course, hers were always the highest, because we knew that if we got her the ball, if she had the ball, she was going to score. But she wasn't a ball hog. She wasn't a show off. She wasn't a grandstander. She was out there to play ball because she loved to play ball.
That's awesome. You guys have like any issues from the boys, or like felt indifferent playing?
Nah, they didn't give it. Honestly, the girls' team fared a lot better in high school than the boys' team did. So they could give us shit if they wanted to, but it was going to get thrown right back in their face, you know? And when you have the girls' team that's winning divisions and state championships and the boys are not, they kind of learn to keep their mouth shut.
Yeah, that's how it usually works out, because like the guys, if they know the girls are better, you know, they don't want to scrimmage. They don't want to get embarrassed, so to say.
And we would scrimmage, but our scrimmages were all in good fun. It was never a serious competition. It's never, you know, it was all just to have fun.
What would you say was the biggest difference between the men's game and the women's game?
You know, kind of like we were talking about before we started, I think a lot of it's the athleticism. Women have to play with more heart because they have more to prove. Men are expected to be, if they're on the court, they're expected to be good. Mm-hmm. You know, they get criticized. Women have to work so much harder to prove that they're on the same level or higher as the men are. It's a game. It's not his game, her game. It's a game, and may the best player win.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, and looking back to this week with the WNBA restart, I noticed that the game is based off fundamentals. They're fundamentally sound. Mm-hmm. And to Carrie's point, you have to be, if you don't have the athleticism that the men do. However, you look at a good 60 to 70% of the league, they will give a lot of these men work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. And I think it's because women, I mean, I'm not trying to put the men down. Please understand that. I'm not one of these crazy feminists that's like, women. But we really have to work on those fundamentals. We have to get them down. We have to get the ball control. We have to get the foot movement. We have to know the plays. We have to work together as a team. You know, anybody that wants to say that the game isn't just as tough for women is full of shit and has never been on a court with women, because we're a lot more brutal in a lot of things. We're a lot sneakier and we can get away with a hell of a lot more. So we have to know how to play. You have to know how to get a ball in a hoop, and you have to know how to block. Have to know how to roll. You have to know how to do these things. Otherwise, it's going to look like a shit show. You know, these women work just as hard as the guys do. They go out there, they bust their ass, they practice day in and day out. And a lot of them do work harder. They practice more. They put in more personal time because they don't make the money that the men do. The highest paid female basketball player makes $128,000 a year. Women do it for the love, not for the money.
Which is crazy. It's like it's a slap in the face. I'm sorry.
No, it's insane. It's insane to just see the disparities between women's sports and men's sports when it comes to pay. Granted, no, I know the WNBA doesn't have the sponsorships. It doesn't have the fans. It doesn't, but that's because they haven't been given that chance.
Exactly.
You know, if more companies out there were willing to sponsor them and back them, we could be on that same competitive level. We could have our own stadiums. We could have our own sponsors. We wouldn't need to rely on the men in the NBA. And then we could afford to pay these women what these men are making. You know, if we're going to expect the same performance out of them, you need to be paying them equivalent.
Pretty sure David Stern he had that vision to basically have them on the same level, not, you know, basically just making it, having teams go defunct and all that. It's just, yeah, they got to get their due, because those, like everyone's saying, they're really good. They say, you know, she got game for a reason. You know.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look at it. Watch. All it would take is for somebody to sit down and watch a season. Watch these women play. Watch the work they put in during their games. You know, they're not out there afraid to break a nail. They're not afraid to mess up their hair. These are freaking beasts out on the court. You know, as a man, I wouldn't want to go out there and be on one-on-one with any of them. As a woman or as a man, I would never want to do that because I know I'd get my ass handed to me.
And you telling me. And Rob, thank you, brother, for tuning in. He has a question. He happened to know if you would know Ann Myers.
No, I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. Like I said, I got lucky in that I got to grow up with Diana in our early years. And I just, you know, I don't even think about it. And for me, it's like, she's just D. I don't think about the fact that she may be somebody's crush. She may be somebody's idol. She may be somebody's hero. I don't think about her that way because to me, she's just D.
Looking throughout the games, well, actually, considering it started out with Lobo and the Liberty and the Comets, and that inaugural season was really special. I mean, you know, it led to the Comets winning 4 straight because that team was absolutely loaded. Swoops and Thompson and Cynthia Cooper. That Liberty team suffered more or less what the Knicks did later on, more or less.
Much.
You know, a superstar with some busted knees, and Cynthia Cooper turned Michael Jordan. So
I wish the inaugural season had gone better. I wish more teams were still around and weren't folding. You know, it breaks my heart to see these women bust their ass, and because women can't find the equality in this country, the same reason people of color can't, that these teams are going under. These women work hard. They don't deserve this.
Nope.
Yeah, I think that's what Kobe, before he tragically passed, was trying to bring awareness to the women's game. And, you know, a star of his stature would have certainly helped. And it's leading on to Sabrina, drafted first overall by the Liberty, with the next coming. But I had an interesting question. I wonder, you know, you can count on one hand how many females have dunked the basketball. Candace Parker, Brittany Griner, and Lisa Leslie. Do you think it would make a difference if they lowered the rim to 9 feet?
I think it would give more women the ability to dunk, absolutely. But I don't think they should lower it. I mean, if that's what somebody's basing their relevancy on, if that's why they don't watch them because women don't dunk, then they got issues that they need to consider outside of that, because that is one tiny facet of the game. I mean, yeah, obviously see a woman dunk, it's going to be pretty badass. You know, but it is what it is. I don't think they should lower the basket at all.
No.
No.
We seen Lisa Leslie get up there. We seen Candace get up there. They can get up there if they want to. It's not cutting.
We don't have the same height. I mean, a lot. Yes, there's tall basketball players, but we don't have women that are out there that are 6'6", 6'8", 6'11", 7 feet tall. Women are designed to jump like that. We're just not. You know, we got other things that bounce around that prevent us from doing that.
Ask who will, right?
Right?
That's great.
Oh man. And with the restart of the season, they call it the wubble down in Florida, their version of the bubble. colors of orange and gray. I'm trying to get one of these hoodies.
You and me
Oh
both.
yeah.
So
Oh
sick.
yeah.
And just we've been outspoken as far as these leagues, as far as social justice is concerned. The WNBA went out and they made their mark, dedicating the season to Breonna Taylor. They have her name on every jersey. They went to say her name slogan, and they've been very outspoken as far as that entire situation is concerned. And me and Jacob, we've said before many times for the athletes to use their platform if they want to speak out. And so far, these women have been doing it as well as playing. So, I mean, I commend them for that. If you have any thoughts on these women using their platform in order for social justice, the floor is yours.
I love it. I love the fact that they took things a step further. They didn't bother taking a knee during the national anthem. They walked out. And that, to me, is a huge statement. That can't be misconstrued. It can't be twisted the way kneeling can. You know, I think that these women are taking, like, just like any other sport, just like any other athlete that's putting their opinions out there and is taking a stand for social injustice. We have to start somewhere. If these athletes aren't going to get the message out there, who the hell is? Because whether you agree with it or not, the message is getting through. People are paying attention, and that's what we need. We need people to listen, and we need them to pay attention. I love that they have shirts that the back of it says, say her name. Say it again, and say it until you are blue in the face, until you can't forget what happened. We can't go back and change it, but we can be better. And the only way we can be better is to keep getting that message out there.
Exactly. Just, say it until, they get tired of hearing it. And to get tired of hearing it, turn off your TV. Or like I said, go watch hockey.
Exactly.
Say it till you can't breathe anymore. And then maybe you might understand.
I like that.
Yes.
God,
yes.
damn it.
I love the fact these women are going out there, using their platform and just getting the message out. It's very encouraging to see, and the message is getting heard.
I hate that it's taking something like that for them to get the publicity that they deserve. But God damn it, I'm glad they're getting it. They've done something that's getting the attention, and whether it's positive attention or negative attention, it's attention. And it brings attention to the issues, and it brings attention to the WNBA. I applaud these women. I would love to shake their hand and tell every single last one of them, thank you.
Right. So I'm talking about.
Yeah. So with the season underway, took a lot of these teams. We've been encouraging everyone in the group to, get in on the threads, find out more about these players, and we can run down through the league, just to get your thoughts on the teams and the players throughout. I'm gonna share my screen here.
That screen, son. You know how I'm picking it.
Oh yeah, here on the screen we got the Atlanta Dream. Here's a look at their roster. If you're able to see on visual, if you're listening on audio platform, Spotify, Anchor, these women, they go out, they work hard. You take a look at this Dream roster. Jacob, who stands out here to you?
My girl Monique Billings, man. That girl could freaking ball. Like that's the leader of the team, along with Kennedy Carter, Glory Johnson. They have a really nice team, but Monique is that's the focal point right there. She makes the team click, she go, and she gets better every year, man. And that's what you can say with a lot of these girls. They play and they get better every single year. Now, unless they get injured, you don't see regression. And
Yeah.
just Monique is she's one to watch. If you're gonna zone in on somebody, it'll be her.
How about you, Carrie?
I'll be honest with you. I'm not familiar with a whole lot of the players on here. I, for one, have not been keeping up with sports lately. So I'm going to take Jacob's word for this. We seem to be in agreement on a lot of things. So I know who I'm going to be now that I do have the time, because I can't go out and do a whole lot of things anymore. I think it's probably going to be the first season that I actually try to track for in quite a while.
Sure,
and I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too. Like looking at to hear Kennedy Carter, like you said, rookie, really still in the show so far this year. Sakina Strickland, certified gunner, and Renee Montgomery. Like if you were to play 2K, as a matter of fact, you can play with these rosters in 2K.
Oh yeah.
If you have a chance. Renee Montgomery, she has a limitless range badge. She pulls up from anywhere on the floor, and it's limitless range. Next
Tiffany Hayes is good too, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go back to it. Yeah. This shit right here. Yeah.
We got the New York Liberty young team. Number 1 pick, Sabrina Inioscu. I swear to God, I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Oh, yeah,
right. Many comparisons. I compare it to Luca. She has an all-around game. Total showstopper. You saw her on Saturday.
Yes.
Struggled a bit from the field, but you could see flashes of brilliance in her game.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. So with Sabrina, I call her Sue Bird 2.0. She does everything well on the floor. She's a natural leader. That's who you need. It's gonna be like I even got her jersey on order. Like it had to happen. I got it on order, so we're gonna be rocking that. But they have a pretty, like you said, they have a young team. Megan Walker from Connecticut, she's really good. Kia Nurse, that she's another good one. So Leah Odom, she's gonna be another good one. What was the one that was chucking up? Was it Willoughby that was chucking up all those damn threes? Good Lord, she needs to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't say she wanted to shoot a lot, but she was killing me. I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, I haven't got this mad since a Knick game. Are they doing this to me again? But yeah, they, like I said, they have a lot of young pieces on there, and once they get it together, they'll make some noise again. It'll be looking like the late '90s. I can see it happening.
Yeah, I like Lasia Corendon on this team. She reminds me of Kyle Lowry. Tough guard, get to the paint, real scrappy.
Kylie Shook is another one. I like her. She's tough.
Got the Indiana Fever. One of the longest standing teams in the league. I like Kelsey Mitchell on that team. She is a gunner. Another one with limitless range.
She's going to be a star.
Yeah. And Candice Dupree, 5th all-time in WNBA history in scoring. Yeah, I like those players.
Well, yeah, I like where's she at? Tara McCowan. That's Miss Double Double. She's gonna be Miss Double Double. She has the size. She's like 6'8", 6'9". And yeah, she's tough now. I think, what did she go to? I did.
Yeah.
Draws at least some double. If she starts drawing the doubles, she can get down low and do what she has to do. So, yeah, I can see Indiana making some noise. There's talent everywhere, and that's
Yeah.
that's just it. You got to start knowing the talent around these teams, and they're pretty deep. And don't forget about Tiffany Mitchell either. Another one.
Oh, yeah. The Dallas Stars. Dallas Stars. If you're going with hockey, the Dallas Wings. Once the toaster shock, before the Detroit shock.
Mm-hmm.
This is also another really young roster. I like Satu Sabali, rookie from Oregon. She was second overall, I believe. It's a real young team, but that's how most of these teams are really constructed.
Yeah, I like Bella Ilari, and I know about her and Mariah Jefferson. Those are the two I know about. So, like I said, it's a young team, but I know two, so I don't feel as bad. Yeah, that's oh yeah, a big
Phoenix Mercury. They're very version of the big three with Diana, Megan Smith, and Brittany Griner. We all know Taurasi, the GOAT. I like Sophie Cunningham over here. She is a gunner from the one of the 3-point champion winners. So she has range. I like Bria Hartley. This is a pretty deep roster, star powered. What's your thoughts on this one, Jacob?
I like it. The team is deep. With Diana, that's the logo. Which is, if you know, I noticed that I'm like, wait a minute, that's familiar. And I looked at, I'm like, holy shit, they made it a logo. That's crazy. That's when you're the GOAT right there. You're the goddamn logo of the league. Like you said, Brittany Griner, you know what she's about. We all seen her college career, how dominant she was. And, Skylar Diggins, not just a pretty face. She can kill you on the court. Bria Hartley, she used to play for the Liberty. And, she started getting out there. She became better, but I think this is a better fit for her now. Alana Smith, I like, but this team is incredibly deep, and they can make a run. That big three, I can see them winning it all. Besides them in Minnesota, I can see one of these teams taking it all. Speaking of Minnesota.
Got the Minnesota Lynx, 4-time champion. Girl Sylvia Fowles took over the rebounding record last night, all-time leading rebounder in WNBA history. Big force down there, 13 years in the league. Everybody knows about Maya Moore. She took the year off for social justice. But this team is a young team as well. We got some pretty interesting players. Who you like off of this squad here, Jacob?
Lexi Brown, interest in her. Taylor Alexander, I like. Really talented. Like you said, Sylvia Fowles, she brings that veteran leadership that you need. Toughness on the block. Janice Johnson, that's another one I like. And as I was speaking about Minnesota, we all know about, our girl. Come on, Leon.
Don?
No.
You lost me with this one.
Oh, God. Killing me, Smalls. Hold on.
You got to throw me a hint here, man.
I really got to throw you a hint?
Yeah, I think so. Because I said Maya Moore already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
like. I said Maya Moore. What's wrong with you, man?
No, I'm about to say, well, it would be I'm saying bring her. She needs to come back. She's not back yet, right?
No.
Okay.
Carrie, you got one of these hearing aids for him?
No, you might.
There you go.
Thank you.
God damn, man.
Send one to me. Shut up, Leon. Now, Bridget Carlson, that's another nice one. That's another one with a deep squad. You know, as you can see, they run up the floor pretty well. They rebound well, and like I said, them and Phoenix coming out the West.
So the 12-team league, the top 8 make the playoffs. Their playoff system is a bit weird and convoluted. We'll probably get into it later on in the year because it's a lot to explain.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, the Seattle Storm, one of my favorite teams. I think the deepest team in the league. Jacob, I'll let you take this one. The Storm here.
Breanna Stewart, you know, her been following too because she's from upstate area, so heard about her when she was in high school when she was putting in work. You know, she's coming back from the torn Achilles, and she came back strong. She didn't miss a beat, so she's doing her thing. Sue Bird, I love. You know, always well watching. She's so crafty on the floor, and there's nothing she can't do on the floor. Tiffany Prince, I definitely like. She's pretty quick. I like her. Alicia Clark. She's another good one. It's just like you said, they are pretty deep. As I'm looking at their team, so I think Morgan Tuck. I believe she was Brianna's teammate at Connecticut. I believe. You can look that up after the show.
Okay.
But yeah, they did get her. So you know they got that chemistry there just to add a little bit more skill onto the team. So, like you said, they are pretty deep.
Yeah, I compare Sue Bird to Chris Paul.
I like that.
You know,
that's pretty good.
The point guard, you know, and Breanna Stewart, 2018 MVP.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that duo is a lethal duo. Mm-hmm. And you know, like you said, her coming back from the Achilles injury, they're going to come back strong. And Jewel Lloyd is just a phenomenal third option. I consider her like Bradley Beal. She picks a spot. She's gonna score from anywhere.
I like that.
Quick trigger. But yeah, this is a deep team. I expect them to make the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of my favorite teams here, the Chicago Sky.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the best backcourt in the league. You know, Vandersloot and Quigley. If anybody's seen Ellie Quigley, she was the horse competition over the pandemic, which they televised on ESPN, which was god awful. But Vandersloot, Quigley, you know, she's got a game win every other night. I compare Vandersloot to Steve Nash.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay, I like that. Shit, I really like that.
This is probably my second favorite team in the league. Who you like off this squad here, Jacob?
Zora Stevens. I like her. She came out of the 2018 draft. She only averaged 8 and 4, but I think that's going to come up this year. You know, she's actually, and plus Stephanie Dawson. You know about her. She went to Connecticut. That's another one. They're a big body down low. You know, she clogs up the middle as well as anybody else in the league, which you especially need. But she definitely has the skill. Diamond DeShields. She's another one that I really like. And I've seen a little bit of Clea Cooper, but not too much. So, like I said, this is going to be a year where I'm actually going to be like really getting into these teams and following it like people need to be.
The Las Vegas Aces.
This one
of the bigger teams in the league. This also one of the fastest paced team in the league. Coached by Bill Lambier. Liz Cambridge is out, and she holds the record for 53 in a game. She's out this season, but who you like off this squad here, Jake?
With Audra Wilson, she's gonna have to take on a lot of the load because with Cambridge not being there, but I think it's just gonna show how good she is. Kelsey Plum, I like. I think she's gonna take a step up from last year. I think she's gonna get into that double-digit range scoring wise. Assist, I think she can get that up there about 6 or 7 a game. But yeah, Kelsey Plum is one I can watch for a little bit. Kayla McBride, you know about her. Sugar Rogers, that's one of the best names in the freaking league. But yeah, it's gonna suck not seeing Liz Cambridge there because she can ball. She is just lengthy, and it's not all just size. She has skill.
Yeah, I compared Kayla McBride to Devin Booker.
Mm.
She scores from any spot on the floor, quick trigger, and just she definitely has some game. I like Angel McCourtry as well on this
Yes.
squad. But the Aces here, they were in. They won last year, second round playoff against the Sky on a half court shot by Hamby. If anyone's seen it in the group,
That was crazy.
The highlight of it. It's one of the wildest endings to a game I've ever seen.
Mhm.
And the Los Angeles Sparks, deep veteran team, also three-time champ. Everybody knows Candace Parker. Miss Parker.
Damn, you can play Miss Parker.
We like off this squad here.
Of course, Candace Parker. I'm not going to butcher their names because I know it. Ogumike, you got it better than me. Simone Augustus, I knew that, she can ball. She's nice and tall. Brittany Scott is pretty good. Sydney White's pretty good. Chelsea Gray. This is another deep team. When you look at them, it's all the way too. Right.
Yeah, it's a deep veteran squad, which I also didn't know they were led by Derek Fisher.
What?
Would have thought he would have found out. Yeah, Derek Fisher.
Playing around a woman. Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean,
sorry.
You consider this an upgrade from the Knicks.
It gotta be. Oh, shit, they win. They know how to draft. That's a major upgrade. God damn.
Yes. But yeah, this Spark squad here is a deep veteran team. They suffered a loss, I believe, last night to the Sky, if I believe correctly. But yeah, this is a deep veteran team. Fisher leading the way. I could definitely see them making a deep run. And the 12th team here, the Connecticut Sun. Makes perfect sense why they're in Connecticut. UConn is a juggernaut for women's basketball. If you don't have a professional team in Connecticut, you're just doing yourself a disservice.
It's awesome.
We like off this squad here.
I like DeWanna Bonner. I like Charles. They both complement each other well. Thomas, Maryland. She's pretty good. In January, I've seen play Connecticut. That's one team I know about 4 players on the team. I know they can play, but I'm gonna. Bria Holmes, that's another one. That's one I want to look at because I think she can really ball from what I've seen. But Connecticut, do I pay attention to them? Yeah. It's always those teams that you just like, okay, maybe they'll catch my eye this year.
Yeah.
Oh, you forget one team?
Bonner, yeah, I think they're next.
Okay.
Bonner, hired gun off the bench, 3x6 woman of the year. Jonquil Jones is an absolute beast. She's sitting out this year. But you look at her numbers. She is double. And in the front court with Alyssa Thomas, the engine. I believe she was the only woman to average 15, 7, and 7 during the final series. Here's the last team, the defending champion, Washington Mystics.
Upsets me.
Yeah.
This sucks. This really, oh man. I love watching Del Don play. That girl is what doesn't she do well on the floor? Shoots it. What is she? She 50, 40, 90? Did she do that a few times?
50, 40, 90.
Yeah,
I think she did it twice.
Yeah, like that. She's KD. She is the female KD. And just her fire and her leadership on the floor, actually bringing Washington a title before the Nets did. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. Anyway, look right here. No, but yeah, basically You know my girl, Hans Allen. I was just talking about right before the game. Watch out for the players. She had her coming out party. New Jersey's own, actually. With Tina Charles and Tiana Hawkins, I believe, not going to be there either. A lot is going to be put on her shoulders. But Lolly Mitchell, I think she's going to step it up. And Latoya Sanders, maybe they pull a rabbit out of there and make a run. But that's a lot of power right there missing with Charles, Dildon, and Tiana Hawkins not playing. So
I don't think Natasha Cloud isn't playing either.
Yeah, so they really got hit. Jeez.
Yeah. They lost a big chunk of their squad, and Natasha Cloud is a wizard with the ball. I think I compared her to Kyrie.
Oh, please, God, don't do that to her.
Yeah, I know. I'm sending her down a dark path, but she definitely has game. This team is loaded.
Apology. Send her some flowers or something. Disrespecting her like that. Edible arrangement.
Give me some ideas.
She's gonna get on. Hey, how you doing?
I'll go Della Don. She's sitting out this season due to they declined their medical exemption, which is kind of weird. I think it's a dangerous path to take, but what's your guys' thoughts on her sitting out and the entire spectacle that is?
It does suck because she is, if not one of the best players in the league, but never forget what it's about. It's about health. And yes, your career is great, but you're never going to risk your health for it. And I applaud her, And like I said, she's looking out for her. So you got to think of when you get off the court, you got to think of your life down the road. She's 27. She's not 30 yet. So come on, you got to look down the road and your health. If you want to start a family and stuff like that, you got to think about yourself. And I applaud her for that. They tried to make her play or something like that, or they gave her like a lot of flack about
kind of like an ultimatum. Like either play, either way, you can't get paid for it, but we won't grant the exception. They ended up paying her salary for the year, but they still declined a medical exemption, which was the point of contention the entire time. I think it's a dangerous path they're going to be going down. Carrie, do you have any thoughts on that situation?
I second what Jacob says. She's got to look out for her. Yes, you're a baller. Yes, you're good. Yes, you're missing out on a season. But what if you play that season and you get sick? Then there is no more season. There is not another season. You don't get a second chance. We don't know what her family life is like. We don't know the other people she's trying to protect. It's all the other sports, people can opt out. Players can opt out, and it's not a big deal. We might talk shit. We might give them a little crap, but they're not pulling what they're pulling with her. So I support her 110%. I can't tell anybody else what's best for them. They've got to decide that for herself, and that's the decision she's made.
I completely agree, as well said. And I'm glad they paid her, but I'm almost certain she'll be ready to go next season, and I'm glad she didn't take her health as a secondary option.
I'm glad she put herself first, because regardless, the WNBA is just like any other employer. They're going to have her position filled before her body's cold. So she's got to do what she's got to do for her.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we are coming pretty close toward the end. It's been real fun talking with you, Carrie, and going over the memories and sharing your stories.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share with the group?
I just want to say thanks for having me. I was really surprised when you guys asked me to come on, but I understand why. It's not every day you meet somebody that knows, Jacob's crush. I appreciate you guys having me on today. I wish I'd been keeping up on ball a little bit more so I could have some more input, but
Don't worry about it.
honestly, it's kind of re-sparked an interest in knowing that the season starts and I'm not coming in halfway through, because usually by the time I remember the season starts, it started, it's
Pretty much
already
over.
way into it. And by then, and it's like baseball with me. I gotta watch it from the get-go or I ain't gonna watch because I just get lost. So knowing that it starts, I just bought a new TV. So I think I'm gonna start watching some games on my new TV and I'm gonna start keeping up. I think I'm gonna start keeping track of D a little bit better. I haven't kept up with her performance as much as I should. So
there you go.
But I mean, we absolutely love it. We really value your time and dedication you come on tonight to spend with us. Because I mean, granted, there's a lot of better things you could have done.
Man, I had a blast. I had fun. What am I gonna go do? Go sit at home? Nah. This was more fun anyways.
Awesome.
Hey, most of the time I hear, huh? What? Having an actual conversation's kind of nice.
You mentioned re-sparking your interest, and that's what we're here to do, as well as in the group. We encourage, we know we have the NBA game, but we also encourage WNBA threads, content, fill that group up. It's well received. And
well, I appreciate being in the group, and I'm going to start adding and contributing a lot more now.
Yeah, I mean, you've already contributed enough here, and we really thank you for it.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you having me on.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. And Jacob, you have any parting words for our audience?
The same thing. Check out all life groups. They all do their thing. It goes down from baseball, football, the Audible. Check that out from yesterday. Did a good job on the AFC West. Check that out now. Matt, Randy, Wheels doing his thing. Us, from Daily Life. We catch Carrie there because she's always a great contributor there. Everybody and everybody business, but we enjoy it. But tomorrow, check out Pod Jobbers, baby, with the CO Kid, Jake, our man Brett. Check that out. Just everybody does a great job. Just life different. Went from a small thing to a big thing.
Incredible how that happens.
Absolutely. We appreciate everyone in these groups. That's what we say every day. And make sure we just always say it before we go up. We appreciate everybody in the groups. Everybody, they contribute, and love you all.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And if you haven't caught any of our other Life Group podcasts, you subscribe to the YouTube network, type in Life Group Podcast, subscribe, catch all the various episodes throughout the groups, as well as catch us on Spotify, Anchor, type in Life Group Podcast there as well. You can listen on an audio-only platform. But again, this has been great, and thank you again, Carrie. We really appreciate your time.
It's been fun, guys. It's been fun.
Thank you.
Catch Pod Jobbers tomorrow night, Wrestling Life, 8 o'clock Eastern. And till the next episode, ball out.